Well, Johnny, brilliant conditions out here. Start of spring on the way, and quite an exciting schedule ahead of us now.
Yeah, it's nice to see the sun out for once. It's felt like a long time really since I've seen it. So it's been a long winter, but lovely morning here today down at the stadium, getting the last bits and bobs done before a good game for us at home tomorrow against Bromley, going into another tough schedule. Yeah.
Rarely we get to see you in the dugout because your position is usually in the technical area there in front for most of the games, isn't it?
Yeah, back and forth. We sort of try and take it in turns, but probably the more the game goes on, you start to get involved a little bit more, try and take a bit of a seat back to start with. See how it sort of unfolds, pans out, and then sort of more towards the front of the technical area as the game goes on. So I'm sure it'll be the same tomorrow. Probably start sat down, and before you know it, I'll be stood up.
How much did we learn from two tough encounters against Bromley this season? How much has it helped shape what we've achieved so far this season? Yeah,
listen, I think they've continued to do what they've done in both games against us and do it really well. So those games feel like a long time ago, but I've seen a lot of them since, and obviously they've done great this season. They've been a hard team to play against for every team that they've come up against, and they've put in some really good performances and decent runs of form. So. Been really impressed with what they've done, to be honest, and this is a tough game. Obviously saw them in the week and they made it really tough for a good Bradford team. Just missed out at the end there, but that's a game that could have gone either way. And the way that they set up is really difficult to play against. So we have to be our very best to try and get anything.
Generally, over the course of the season so far, their away form has been decent, and of course they've got Michael Cheek as well. Yeah,
they're a good team, and he's a good player. He scored goals just throughout his career. Obviously in the league this year with Bromley, he's just continued to do what he done last year in the National League, and it's not just him. They've got other good players, and they're coached well and they're set up well. So they won't they'll be bang up for this because it's a London derby and they travel well as far as their form. So they'll be expected to come here and make it difficult for us, but we'll. Enough on them now. We have to concentrate on what we do, and our home form's excellent. We're playing really well here. We want to continue that.
And of course, I mean, as you said, it's the closest thing we have to a derby as well. I mean, it should be a cracking atmosphere.
I think so. Yeah. I think we're expecting a really good crowd. They'll bring a few because it's not too far, is it? Some of the journeys that you do have to have in this league. Obviously, this is probably the shortest one. So I expect them to bring a few. I expect us to have a really good crowd because it's a big game for us. We want to, if we can get the 3 points, obviously it's going to put us in a really good position. So we need all the support we can get.
How far do you look ahead to these next sort of couple of weeks of fixtures we've got? It's a tough block ahead of us, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I concentrate on the next one as far as watching the opposition. Obviously, Dorsey, the analyst, he'll have started touching on Morecambe and then Notts after that, but I concentrate on the next game. As soon as Bromley finishes, then I'll start thinking about Morecambe Tuesday night, and then we'll start thinking about how we recover, what the team was going to look like for the next one. But listen, let's concentrate. Let's get tomorrow's a big game. That's the most important one because it's next. So all I'm thinking about at the minute is 3 o'clock tomorrow and what I need to do before that to get the boys ready. But we've had a great training week, really good, really sharp. It's allowed us to get some good work in, but we've obviously pulled back a little bit. I spoke to you after the game last week saying that we would probably come off of the boys a little bit physically, the ones who've been playing regularly every game anyway, but we've still got some great work in as well. We've got some 11v11 into some lads as well, so really pleased with the work that we've done this week, and I think the boys are ready, but we know it's a tough game coming up.
Do the likes of Osman, Ryan and Callum come into contention seriously now?
Everyone's in contention, yeah, everyone's in contention. Obviously the competition for places is huge. I think that's why training's been so good this week, because everyone knows that they've got a sniff of playing, or knows that we're going into Saturday, Tuesday. So gonna need to use that squad perhaps more than we ever have done in this upcoming thing, especially with sort of the travel that we've got going to Morecambe away, and then an early kick-off here again on the Saturday. So the games are going to come around so quick that I really think we're going to have to look at making changes for Saturday. Tuesday will look different to Saturday, and then probably look different again on the following Saturday. And that's the message to the boys: be ready, stay ready, train well, when you get your opportunity, try and take it.
So that's a huge credit to the physio, the sports science team. You've got everybody fit at this stage in the season now.
Yeah, pretty much. Obviously, Miles Hippolyte has missed out on the last couple of games, but he's out here today, striking the ball, doing running. So is James Ball. So we haven't got any sort of long-term injuries. The physio department have done great. CMAC and the sports science department have done brilliant in getting the boys back that have been out as quick as possible. And we've got a big old squad to choose from now, which obviously makes my job difficult, but I embrace it. I welcome that. I'd much rather have those types of options than you can't fill your bench and you're worrying about who you might. I'd rather have to think about who I've got to leave out rather than who I'm going to fill the bench with from the youth team. So it's a nice problem to add. It's a bit of a headache that I'll have to think about lots over the coming days. But yes, obviously that's my job.
It is about the togetherness, it's about what we're all trying to achieve here, but for yourself, you've recently hit that landmark of being a Wimbledon manager, 150 games in charge. Coming in on days like this now, you must be bouncing through the door every day, really. Yeah,
listen, I love working for this club. It's given me an unbelievable platform to go and do what I love and do it every day. I love being around the boys. I love coming here, what a place to work, what an unbelievable place to work. So that's why we're utilising the stadium as well, as much as we can, and we'll continue to do that probably till now at the end of the season. And I love working with this group. The staff that I've got around me are excellent, pleasure to work with, but I suppose the most important thing is the group of players that we've got. And I love their honesty. I love the way that they they just love playing for this football club. They want to give everything and they want to be successful. That's the important thing, and they all feel that they can. There's a real sort of togetherness in the group, and they believe that we can achieve something special. But to do that, we can only do that together, and that's obviously players, staff, and supporters, and everyone coming together and trying to get where we want to go to.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Johnnie.
Cheers, Rob.